Hi there, and thanks for joining us. Today we'll be going over the ECO Manager tool. Let's get started. While you may groan at the prospect of pulling together another set of documentation, an ECO is a critical part of keeping product development on track and making sure product information is accurate. A good ECO contains the full description, analysis, cost and impact of a change, and a good ECO process ensures that all stakeholders have been brought into the change. Oftentimes, you have many individuals in your organization working on the same product. Having an organized method of handling product changes reduces potential design, manufacturing, and inventory errors, as well as minimizes development delays and makes it easy to get input from different departments, key suppliers, and contract manufacturers. With the ExactMax ECO Manager tool, you have full control and visibility of each product and all associated changes, all managed electronically. Let's take a look. So what we see here is the introduction, the home page of the ECO Manager tool. So if you look at the top left of the screen and we scroll down to activity, we can see we have a couple of different items here that we can access. You can locate your engineering change request as well as your engineering change orders and a few other options here. Now this screen that we see here is the manager page like I had mentioned, and the first screen of activity that we have is the engineering change request screen. So this is a queue of engineering change requests that I have out there that are currently being managed. Now you see we've got a couple of different ones here. You can see the title, the status, a couple of different areas of information. And on the next screen here, we have the actual ECO queue. So you see that there's a few ECOs that I have open currently, and these are the ones that are in my status. So I see I've got some that are accepted, some that are in process and initiated. And now the screen that I'm looking at it as a manager. So I am in the approval process here, and I can actually have the ability to approve, reject, send back for clarification, etc. And with the Max tool, you have the ability to set up those different permissions and the levels there, and we'll get into that in a little bit. So you see here, like I mentioned, you have a couple of different areas of detail: the responsibility, the date created, the actual status and category. And if I double click here, I can actually jump into a detailed line item. So this line item number 5, I jump into for the ECO, which is a change drawing. So you can see here that the status of this item is accepted. You can see the responsibility level as well as a few tabs down the middle. So you see here you can look at ECO, actual parts, the bills of material. One important piece here is the document tab. I can actually associate multiple types of documents with this specific engineering change order. So as standard with Max, you can put through any items that are Windows supported. So you see here I've got an AutoCAD file. Right here I've got some approvals, so you can see here this is me and my manager, and I've got the hierarchy set up there, so you can see the status, the action required, etc. Now if you head back to the main ECO tab, you see towards the bottom you actually have qualitative information that you can fill out about the change, so the reason for change, customer impact, the description, engineering review, etc. So you've got quite a bit of detail that you can enter in and input, so you have full visibility and understanding of the entire drawing. Now another great tool within this module is the concept of locating your ExactMax data information. So you see here I hit the yellow bolt at the top of the screen, and this allows me to actually access information about a specific part that's real time, and I can see everything that's going on in my system and organization with that specific part currently. So if you see here, I enter in my part number and a lot of different items come up. So on the main screen, you can see I just have high-level part information. If we scroll over, I can see my manufacturer part number information, bill of materials. So you can see I can see the different components within this part. I can look at part sales as well as current inventory information, so what I have on hand, and that's nettable. I can see any sales orders, invoices, or routing steps here. So whatever the process is to go through and produce that part, I can see that as well. And lastly, I have the ability to view my revision history, which is very important here. So having the ability to see what the different revisions were and the details related to them is extremely important. So you can see what revision D was against revision E, and you can see the different details of those changes. Now, aside from just the ECO management, alongside all Max modules, we have great statistics and reports featuring these different tools. So you can see if I head to the statistics tab at the top, I can scroll down and see ECOs or ECRs created by the month, responsibility, by the actual product line. If I scroll over to reports, you can see I can have insight into a couple different areas. So if I want to open the different ECOs by a specific manager responsibility, ECOs accepted but not released, etc. And then I can see a full ECO log. So I'm able to look at that in different classifications and areas. So you have quite a bit of insight into your data. So that being said, we hope you enjoyed our product tour. Please reach out to your account manager or the contact information provided on the screen so we can show you how this can be a great addition for your organization. Thanks so much.